The Caves of Circe. Countless travelers have lost their way in the caverns, never to be heard from again. To find the key, the caves must be explored and the dangers faced.
Alrighty, the Caves of Circe. And I should not have jumped off that little edge. Son of a bitch, I just ruined the entire strategy that I had planned for this first area. It's quite deadly, by the way, because you're greeted by like 5 Chaos Serpents in this upper area here. Best route is to run behind the teleportal and use that as cover, but being the dumbass that I am, I jumped off the edge here, which actually may turn out to be a little bit better because I can take them one-on-one. My fuck-up turned into a game! Very rare, but very nice when that happens. Bitchin'! Holy shit, I didn't see him there. I saw the other one's horn, and I didn't... Whoops. Okay. Wow. That motherfucker is one heavy sleeper. I whacked him with the axe and he just stood there. That's... I wish I could zonk out like that. Man, I might actually get rested once in a while if I was able to do that. Of course, the bats come flying out of there. That's a nice touch. Little 2D polygonal, like, bat shriek thingies. That's one way to overly describe a simple creature in the game. I have a way of doing that, I guess. Oh, yay, more bats. Didn't realize they were in here. Also, I fucking hate this level, because as you can see, it's quite easy to get lost in here, which, even though I've been through here once before, I'm probably going to get lost again, so, yeah. Even though I haven't really had to edit out much stuff so far, I'm probably going to have to do that in this one. Oh yeah, that's it, just stay back there. The little stalactite-mite combination thingy there blocks his fireballs, but yet my axe can chop right through it. And I just saw something down there. Maybe there's a yes! A porculator! Not porculator. Porculator. A porculator. There we go. Something also that I find weird about this game, and this is not an emulator glitch, this happens on the console as well, is that sometimes after you hit... Normally, when you collect an item, no matter what it is, whether it's crystal vials, mana, whatever, it displays its name at the top of the screen. However, every now and then, once you hit a puzzle switch, the game will stop showing the names of the items on the top of the screen for some reason, which I don't understand that one, but whatever. Oh yes, and by the way, that teleportal back there, that just leads back to the very start of the area. Since you can't get back up there normally, you have to use that teleportal. So now, the reason why I decided to do this level last is because with both of the keys, the horn and the swamp key, we only have to make one trip to this level, which is outstanding by me, because, like I say, I really dislike this level. It's... I don't know, I guess if you know your way around, it wouldn't be so bad, but I don't, so, yeah, I don't like the level. We also get to pick up the cave key, which is always handy-dandy. Which, yeah, there's the horn door up there. We could go in there right now, but since we have to go back to the Wastelands, that's where I'm going to go after this one. And there's a teleportal to the Wastelands behind the horn door, so yeah, we'll get that one last. And I'm getting totally mauled by the Chaos Serpents here. Hopefully I can avoid that in the future. Come on, poke your head around there. Let me throw my hammers of joy at you. Throwing hammers, oh yeah. I told you that accent wouldn't get old, I'd run it into the ground. Ouch. Well, whatever. We got him. Okie dokie. Now, those areas up there, that you have to go up the steps that are dead ends, they will open up, but you have to drop down a hole that's somewhere here, and I... forgotten where it's at already. See, I told you I'd forget shit here. Take care of the enemies that spawned behind me. Don't want them backstabbing me while I'm dealing with the serpents. That or blocking my escape route there. That's also a very bad problem that I had in this level the first time. I'd rush into one of these huge rooms because I'm an idiot. And I'd get all the Chaos Serpents after me. And I'd try to run back up the tunnel to get the fuck out of there, you know, but there'd be a giant Etten blocking my way, and the serpents would kill me from behind while I was killing the Etten, and it was not a happy experience for me, I might say. And this is a dead end, and I do not even need to be here, so... Where the fuck is that hole? There's a hole we're supposed to drop down in one of those brown-colored areas. Oh yes, this is it. Took me about an hour and a half to find that one right there. Yeah, that was quite interesting as well, and that should open up. There we go. Now, once that's opened up, all those other dead-end areas, like going up the steps here, have also opened up. Which leads us to more, you guessed it, brown Chaos Serpents! Yippee-ki fucking yay! So let's deal with them. Also, something you may want to note is that a difference between this, the N64 version, and, say, the PC and the PlayStation and Saturn versions, is that unless you have a torch in this area in the non-64 versions, you're pretty much fucked because it's so dark in here that you can't see shit. So yeah, the 64 version really brightens shit up. As you can tell, and there's the cave key, just sitting out there in the open. No trap like you'd expect. I know I was kind of leery of picking it up. Now, where you want to go from there is the only path that leads upstairs more, from the cave key room. And it will also lead you to this area. This is also where the swamp door is, so we get to solve another piece of the puzzle. Yippee. After we deal with the serpents here. If he'd come close enough that my hammers would auto-aim him. That's also something with the hammer you may have noticed, is that it can also be used as a melee weapon. The thing about that is that while it's stronger than a non-mana powered axe, it's still really slow, and it only deals, I think, 60 damage melee, and it's really kind of crappy. So if you've got a mana-powered axe, yeah, definitely take the axe over the hammer. For melee, I should say. Gotta be careful grabbing that helmet, because if you step too far, then that will happen, and you'll get, you'll be able to do your impression of a pancake. So you kinda gotta be careful, and you gotta do it rather quickly, because that wall will eventually crash down anyway. And that's no fun, but yeah. Just barely move up enough to grab it and then back the fuck away. That Etten should have gotten squished. That would have made me feel really good on inside, but unfortunately I have no such luck. Alrighty. Some flechettes if you need to replenish them. We've got 22, so I'm not really all that worried about it. May as well grab all of that shit we can. Yeah, see, now it's displaying the names of the items for some reason. It's weird. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. And that's not an emulator glitch, by the way. I think I mentioned that already. But that actually happened on the original game on the console. So anyway, once you go back here, you're greeted to a couple of narrow passageways here. Take the first one that heads off to the left, and you will be greeted by a second sixth of the puzzle. Yay. Now, of course, if you go back here and you continue going upwards and you don't take the branching path, that will lead you to the portal back to Darkmere. We're not going to be taking this one because we want to go to the Wastelands first, because, why not? Alrighty, head back down here. Now we've only got one more thing left to do, and that is go behind the horn door, if I can remember where it is. Probably have to look for that shit for a little while, so please excuse me, but go back to the horn door, solve another sixth of the puzzle, and then we can finally leave this fucking place for good. And yes, I told you I'd get lost in here again. Where the fuck is it? It's not upstairs. Damn it. You'd think I'd know this place by now. There's only 3 paths, and they all intertwine with each other, so... Damn it. There we go. Alright, that didn't take too long. A lot shorter of a time exploring than I expected, but yay, whatever. Luckily, the puzzle switch and the portal are right next to each other, so let's hit this switch, grab our mana, and head to the Wastelands. Alrighty, back here at the Wastelands. We only have one objective here, as you may remember. We already hit the swamp switch. We've gotten the horn key, excuse me. So all we need to do now is go to the cave key door, which you all remember where that is. It's in these caves here. the area that we cleared out all those Chaos Serpents, and I believe it's... Yes, we're on the right path. Wait a minute. Replenish my flechettes there. May as well, why not? And it should be on up here somewhere. This is also another area that's extremely dark in the PC version that you need a torch with. But the N64 version, you're good.